Do you know why most men are still single? One of the most important reasons behind this is lack of touch. Do you know? Most deeper levels of connections happen only because of touch. Touch is not just an expression of feelings. For most, it is an emotion and a connection. This emotional connection happens to be working on extreme levels between men and women. If you have failed attracting your crush or any other woman in your past, just question yourself, did I ever touch her? Or did I make her feel comfortable while touching her? If your answer was a no, then this video is what you need. So today in this video, I'm going to tell you how to break the touch barrier, how often you should touch her, where to touch her, and most importantly, how not to touch a woman. So let's get started. Number 1. How to break the touch barrier. Touching a woman is by far the toughest task for almost 83% of men. Do you know why it is extremely difficult to touch any woman? There are two big reasons behind this simple task. The number one being men are scared of the probable outcomes. Let me tell you why you shouldn't be scared of the outcomes. Because nothing like that is ever gonna happen until you kind of touch her inappropriately. This can happen because of lack of knowledge of how not to touch a woman. There are a few rules on how not to touch a woman. The first one, you should never touch any woman who is completely new. The second one, don't touch her waist, hip, or her back unless you are very close to her. And third one, don't keep touching her if she doesn't feel comfortable. If you follow all of these three, then there are absolutely zero chances that she will be offended. The next biggest thing that is stopping you from breaking the touch barrier is lack of confidence. Lack of confidence comes from lack of experience, and this is absolutely true. Most men fear the outcomes than facing the tough situations initially. This is the biggest reason why most men don't get girls. So how do I break the touch barrier? This is the first time and I don't want to make it awkward with her. Here's what you've got to do. The first step is to sit somewhere close to her, where there can be some physical contact easily. What most men do is they sit far away from women when in a group. This way you won't be even able to communicate with her. So it's better you sit somewhere really close to her. Number 2. When you are beside her, let her feel the warmth of your body. While sitting beside, it's quite natural that usually our arms touch each other. This is a little one but very important one. Let this happen naturally and do not reciprocate when she accidentally touches you. Number 3. Involve into the conversation very freely, like you are really old friends. Give high five once in a while when you crack a joke or she cracks a joke. This one's really basic but works like a charm in making her feel that you are a confident man. Number 4. When she shares something emotional or sad, pat her shoulders and get her closer to you. This makes her comfortable and most women don't get offended when you share their emotions. Number 5. Tease her and make fun of her on little things, but nothing serious that gets her offended. This way you both have a cute battle which usually involves touching each other. Number 6. When you observe something special on her, like a ring or earrings, grab her hand to take a look at her new piece of jewelry. This is a great way to hold a hand. If you find her earrings cute, then generally hold her earring and say it's beautiful. Once you successfully broke the touch barrier, now it's time to know how often to touch her. It's pretty simple. You get to touch her whenever the moment presents to you. This is what most playboys do to make women connected to them on a certain level. The only thing you need to remember is to stop touching her when she doesn't feel comfortable. This mostly happens in the initial stages, like when you are pretty new to each other. The next biggest question comes, where to touch her? What are the safe places to touch a woman? There are quite a few places women feel safe when touched. But this doesn't mean a stranger can go touch her in these places and she doesn't get offended. No, it's not. You can be a known friend in her class, her group of friends, or a close colleague. Women only allow people who they believe in to touch them. So here are a few safe spots to touch women. Her palms and hands, her shoulders, her back, and remember, it is not the lower back. These places are quite safe in the initial stages of breaking the touch barrier. Follow these steps and you will get to know how to break touch barrier easily with any woman. These are quite simple steps, but yet are the most powerful ones. So that's it for today's video, guys. With that being said, thank you